Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, the 26th of May, and I'm joined with Jo again.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, we're having a look at the All Ords now. Since the last update, it actually has dropped back down to 7350. I have a feeling it's to do with the Asian markets opening a bit down today, so we're having a bit of a down day. So there you go, whatevs. I guess it's time for you all to work out your strategy and stick to your stops or let them go.
Yep.
Right, so today a couple of things I wanted to go through is a bit of a different scan that I thought I'd show you. This is one that I do if I want to get a lot of stocks, and ideally what I'm trying to find today is something that has finished a down, or what we think has finished a downtrend, moving sideways and going to start a new uptrend. That is what I'm looking for. We've been talking about that in higher low scans, but I just thought I'd throw in a different scan just for something else to try and find that. So what we're going to look at is a 13 period breakup of a high, so just 13 days. I'm looking at increasing volume for 2 days. This is a trend channel indicator, and I'm looking for a break up of that channel. OBV 5% above level 2 days ago, and then also a volume spike. Nothing really that different, except that I'm also looking now from 0.001 to $50. I'm trying to do a big scan here.
Okay. Yep.
I've ticked results value less than $150,000, so that to incorporate the lower end.
Yep.
And volume nothing less than 250,000. So it's going to give me a pretty big number, usually, of results.
Yep.
More than what I've normally been getting, but in this market, still only 56.
Yep.
Now, bear in mind, all I'm looking for is something that's come out of a downtrend. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to flick through pretty quick.
Yep.
Now, this looks straight away, you've got December last year going down. Now, I don't know yet if we're at the end of this downtrend. Who knows? I'm thinking that we're getting pretty close, though. That was a long-term low back here. It seems to find support around this level. So I want to keep this on a bit of a watch list. That is staying solid. Now, it has two options. It's either going to break and come up and fill that $5 level, and there we'll start seeing a new uptrend.
Yep.
It may just move sideways for a few more months, which would be ideal.
Yep.
Or it's going to come down and break through that low, in which case then the downtrend is going to continue.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a few things. So stick that on your watch list, because that's something that I would ultimately stick in my watch list and keep an eye on for that move or the confirmation of a new uptrend.
Yep.
Right, we're going to just flick through, because all I'm looking for is something that's been in a long downtrend. These are all moving up. Great. Go back and have a look at them later. If you feel that one, volume spike, that could be an off-market trend. It could be anything that spikes. So whether you want to put that on your list and watch what's going on there, read the news on it, entirely up to you. That is just going down the Googler, though. It's got a bit to do. ANZ, we're just, again, flicking through. Now, here's a nice one, APX. Unfortunately, so that's been a long downhill run. It has had a nice sideways move. Sadly for us, it's gapped up. So it now, if you're in that, great. There was no buy entry here. It needed to have come up and broken this level. But it's done a lot for us today. Put it in your watch list, see what it does. It has left a gap behind, which is a little bit scary, but it could be the start of a new move. So whack it in your watch list, keep an eye on that one. No, again, still looking for something that's bottoming out.
Yeah, so these do have potential to look for but we're just looking for the
100%.
change.
You can go back and have a look. This is an interesting one, down move, sideways. Now it's had a bit of a move. Again, you're waiting now for a confirmed buy entry, which it's not giving us. It's a bit volatile right now. Need to sit and watch that one. No. Okay, EHL, this is one that's been in a downtrend. I'm not convinced it's finished yet. Might even get down to 50 cents. Actually, no, that's just not looking that great at all. It's not looking very strong. I don't think I'd worry about putting that in a watch list just yet. You could argue this. It's left a gap. Looks like a, yeah, no. I think there's better ones out there. Yeah. This one is actually very interesting because this is a recent float back in October. It floated at $2. It's had its low. Yeah. You're now getting high highs, high lows, and it's broken through. It has very much the potential to get back to $2. That I think looks pretty good. Yeah. Yep. A nice strong OBV. Yep. Not many. Oh, it's a bit out there, but no, it's a $1.60 stock. That looks pretty good. If you want to do some more research on that. No, again, we're looking for that long-term low. Okay, so this is the trend channel indicator, if you're wondering. It does obscure the chart a little bit.
How do you turn that on?
It is in here, trend channel indicator. Okay. But it's going to stay on now because it was in a search.
Yeah, okay.
So that's not bad. You could go back and have a look at this chart. Again, looks like a recent float. Up at the 250, it's come, it's had its low, it's formed a higher high, higher low.
Yep.
What's it going to do next? A break of $1.85 looks pretty good.
So worth watching.
Worth watching that one. Okay, that's just been moving flat for a very long time. Needs a bit of a, I think it needs a, we call it with the heart, start the heart, jump start.
Oh, that's a car.
Yeah. No. I mean, again, these look. You could some of these you could go back and have a look at because they look good. But the idea of today is looking for something low. Not convinced with that OBV. I think sellers are in. Whatever's going on there. I'll move on. Moving on. So hopefully you get the idea of what we're looking for. I do have to say this one keeps coming up in our scans and it still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
That has, again, you could go, it's been flatlining, maybe it's reached
that's the low. Yeah.
It's shaping up pretty well, worth considering. Now it's up the top. Oops, skipped over one. Okay. So do we get the idea? If you've got any questions on this, just let me know. Yep. Again, there's a few to go through, but like I said, I'm looking for something that's been in a low and is now potentially changing.
Yeah.
I just want to emphasise again that for it to change direction, it's either moving sideways, but then you get the high, 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 low. It could be very possible with PNB even.
Yep, that's worth watching for
that
sure.
Looks good with the increased OBV.
Yep.
Okay, now we can keep going on, but we'll run out of time. So someone asked yesterday about this chart, whether we can have a look at ALX. First of all, for me, looking at that straight away, it's pretty volatile. I'd want to close my eyes on that one or trade it on a weekly chart to remove some of the noise. So right now, this is the COVID drop. It's recovered halfway up. It's done nothing since then. You could argue that it's forming a bit of an ascending triangle. Yep. It's taken a very, very long time. It's been in a sideways move for a couple of years. So what are my thoughts on it? Firstly, I think that there's a better stock out there. It goes contrary to what I'm saying is you're looking for a big sideways move. This is just moving up and down and not really doing anything. You've got a potential for it to break. If it does decide to move, you're looking at $17.20 to get to $8.56. So it's not bad, the potential target in it. But when you're looking at it short term, it's pretty rough. If you're going to buy this, where's your start going to be? Where's your stop going to be? So it's not the worst chart that I've seen. It's an interesting chart. It's just I think I've seen better ones out there to look at.
So would you think just because it's a bit unpredictable?
Yeah, it's just not really giving any real sign of which way it's going. This is just moving it's just moving up and down. It doesn't know which way, what it wants to do. Hence looking at it from a weekly angle, monthly, it's just not, there's no direction there. I still think that there's better stocks to look at right now. And I guess that comes back to another question yesterday as well, of whether do I sit my money in a stock that you believe in, or do I buy into something potentially now that is going to move rather than just having it sit there. Again, these are all decisions that you have to make on your own self. I call it opportunity cost though. If you are going to sit there and you're watching other stocks move up and down on the hope that your stock is going to move, get it out, put it into something that actually is moving, and keep an eye on the stock that you like and wait for it to move. If it's in a downhill run, don't do it. Get it into something that's moving up.
Yep. Yes, good advice I should be taking myself.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Just want to touch on the Kuala Lumpur workshop as well, running out of time for the early bird special. If you are interested or just want to know a little bit more information, we do have an agenda along with what else you can expect from the trip. Definitely worthwhile. We always have a really good time, and it would be a good chance to get away from the winter, don't you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been very stormy here.
Yeah.
So, just jo@protrader.com.au.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you next week.
Bye.